Hello, everybody. We're going to be doing. It's just me and Tom here.
Can you feel the sunshine?
The sunshine. Yeah.
Oh, we'll get to that soon enough.
Yeah, we will get to that. Because if you guys are unaware, me and Tom are very, very big Sonic fans. It's one of the things we kind of bonded over a little bit, like to be friends. Well, yes.
Yes.
Well, it's mainly because I know you were a fan of Some Call Me Johnny, like I was.
Oh yeah, no.
And obviously everybody talks about his Sonic stuff. So
yeah, in my opinion,
like when I heard
he makes the best Sonic reviews out of anybody on the internet. So
yeah, he's one of the better reviewers out there for the games.
Considering he actually, goes into proper details about story and gameplay.
Yeah. But anyway, yes, me and Tom are here to talk about the recent South by Southwest panel that Sega had at South by Southwest. Man, that's very redundant. Okay, so I suppose I have a little list here on my lappy top. Introducing the whole, telling me everything that happened. Although I should probably mention, did you tune in for the very start of the panel?
Yeah, no, I sat through pretty much all of it, like when it started and right up until it ended. I was actually watching the stream through, Tails channel.
Tails channel.
Yeah.
Metpet.
Yeah.
No,
well, I mean, actually, he doesn't own it anymore, but yeah, I was watching the stream through that. And it was much better quality than last year's.
From what I saw, definitely.
Yeah.
For me, I missed the beginning of it because I remember you were talking about the South by Southwest thing, and honestly, I forgot which date it was. I say forget. I didn't actually look at the actual date it was happening. But I tuned in. Literally on the screen where Mighty and Ray are in your face, like, oh, okay, hello guys, you're back.
That honestly blew my mind when they announced that. Wow. Okay,
so I haven't rewatched the stream yet, so do me a favor and run me through what happened at the beginning. Did they have a little music montage before anything, or whatnot? I didn't hear or see any of that.
Honestly, funnily enough, I can't fully remember myself how it started. I mean, obviously they all came out, Aaron Webber, Takashi Iizuka, Tyson Hess, and that other guy, Iizuka's translator,
and that girl. I can't.
Yeah, she handles all of the Sonic Boom producing side of thing, but we don't talk about Sonic Boom. But
well, we talk about the cartoon because the show's really good.
I don't watch it, but Yeah. But yeah, they all came out, they introduced themselves, they were like, hey, we're gonna show what the future of Sonic's gonna be, and God, what did they do after that? They talked about it, and obviously, they were hyping it up as well. They were making all these jokes about Sonic Adventure 3 and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's around when they just got to Sonic Mania Plus.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Did they show a trailer, or did they just flat out go to the next slide and there it was?
They just flat out said that, hey, we're doing this because basically they showed sort of a slideshow of
it was literally PowerPoint.
Yeah, it probably was. They literally just showed a page of just all these people who were from I don't know, Twitter or YouTube, who had just left comments saying hey, can Mania get a physical release, or you guys should do a physical release, that sort of thing.
You know what? It's funny because you remember what was it? It was the day after the Smash reveal for Switch for the Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
I was working that day. You were free. I think it was Wednesday.
Yeah.
You came in. I was on my break, and we just hang out, and we were looking around games and stuff. It was either that or after I finished my shift. We went into game, and we started looking at the Switch games, and then I looked down and I saw they have like this weird. Is a Switch box.
Yeah, they did.
But it gives you the code. I never understood that. What?
It's like I mean, obviously, they won't give you the actual box, but like it's just like to display that hey, you can buy the code for Mania if you want.
Yeah,
but, yeah,
that makes sense. And I think we both said like, man, we really wish that we got like a physical release of Sonic Mania because I would eat that. Like,
I've already bought the game, but I have no problem buying it again.
Yeah, like I was actually listening to Game Explain.
Yeah.
Like I was listening to their little like podcasty thing they did after, where they were just really happy. Well, I fell asleep like right after they said this, mind you. I had it for background noise.
Yeah.
But some of the guys they had on there. I think it was Andre. Like he said how he was just happy that Sonic Mania was getting a physical release, and he would have bought it anyway. But,
yeah.
Let me just pull up the little thing here. So Sonic Mania Plus. It's a physical release of Sonic Mania for PS4, Xbox One, and Switch.
And the PC.
I'm probably going to get the Switch.
Well, actually, no.
Yeah, of course, I'm PC.
Actually, no, it's not getting physical PC release, but like the PC will still get. Still get the update. That's the thing as well. People who've already bought Sonic Mania before, they will get an update. Probably have to still pay for it, but they'll get an update with all the new stuff in it.
Yeah, like I was wondering if it was going to be free, and then they said they dropped a little info, kind of slyly saying how we'll update the payment or pricing. That's
it'll go down a bit basically. But I've added it up. But I looked up sort of conversion rates because obviously for those who couldn't tell out there, me and Keiran are British. We're not American. No. So basically, So I looked at the conversion rates and they said it was around $30, wasn't it? I think for America.
Well, can we just talk about how they handled this? Well, like first off, like for my introduction, when I first entered watching the stream, I watched on Twitch.
Yeah.
It was really good quality there as well. But I saw that they had Mighty the Armadillo and Ray the Flying Squirrel.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Mighty since
Knuckles KOX.
Knuckles KOX. I was going to say Sonic 3 CD.
Unless you want to count all those times they parody sort of have those missing posters in Generations or something.
No, he wasn't even in any of those posters. I don't know if he was in the wanted posters in Generations, but I know he definitely wasn't in the wanted posters for Mirage Saloon.
He wasn't. That was just Fang, Bark.
Knack the Weasel. No, I should say it's Fang the Sniper. Yeah. Even though that doesn't make any sense.
It's a better name. Yeah. But there was that. But yeah, he hasn't been seen since Knuckles KOX, and Ray hasn't been seen since Sega Sonic the Hedgehog.
Since Sega Sonic. Who? Oh, by the way, a little tidbit. I'm looking at the official art for Ray at the moment. If you look at his shoes, I know Ray's actually in the comics.
Yeah.
His shoes are the same ones from the comics, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and Mighty's shoes are exactly like Sonic's as well, because it's I suppose they're just trying to
he is Sonic. Because
he was going to be a potential mascot for Sega back when they were first, doing all the designs for characters, that sort of thing.
Let's be fair, an armadillo is just a hedgehog without all the pins.
Yeah, because it can still go curl into a ball and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm looking at the artwork here. It's and can I just say, whoever does this artwork, it's so perfectly replicated for the 90s. Yes. It looks something you'd see so right on a box art.
It's kind of like a small mesh of Adventure 1 art with all the classic stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
It's kind of one of my favourite pieces is from Sonic CD. It's the Sonic is holding Amy and they're jumping they're in midair.
That's the one. She's sort of looking at him all kind of lovey-dovey, and he's just looking at her
shy. Well, I don't. It's he was either looking at her or looking down wherever they're jumping from, probably Metal Sonic or whatever.
I know exactly.
That's
which
one of my favourite art
yeah.
pieces. But all the Sonic Mania art is very reminiscent of that, and I am so yes, I love that.
Yeah, it's just. I love Sonic Mania too much.
I'm very happy with Mania. Our like you and I both agree, we wish we had more original zones, but Azuka said no, let's put Green Hill and Chemical Plant in
there. It's just that. Yeah. I was saying to myself, like, it's Azuka. Like that is the only real complaint I have with Mania, is just that I feel there's just a few too many, like, just returning zones, and I would have preferred if there were a few more, you know, original zones. I mean,
there's literally two. Well, okay, so two things I have a issue with Mania, and one really nitpicky. One is, yes, not enough original zones.
Yeah.
Two, like, towards the later half of the game, the zone transitions just disappear.
Yeah, that's something I was kind of disappointed with, how, like, you know, sometimes you get transition and sometimes you don't. Like, it's like right before...
Yeah.
I can't remember which zone you played before Hydro City Zone, but...
Yeah, I think it's Studiopolis.
Yeah, but it's like, literally, there's no transition. 1 minute you're there. No, it's because Studiopolis is then followed by Flying Battery.
You're right. Yeah.
I can't remember, but like there's literally like no transition. 1 minute you're there, the next minute you're falling down into Hydro City Zone. And you're like, oh, okay, I'm playing this zone again. But it's like, well, how did I get here?
How did I get here? Yeah. Like, I'm sure it could have been an excuse of Phantom Ruby, but they don't even show the Phantom Ruby doing the wop 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 wop. That it doesn't do any of that.
No, yeah.
So like, yeah. But and my only other tidbit is. Why Oil Ocean? There's so many better zones, but that's just so yeah, moving on from like, wow, we just went on a massive tangent just for talking about the fact that Mighty and Ray are back finally. By the way,
because I just didn't expect it. I really didn't expect it.
Well, last year they were talking where they revealed the gameplay for Sonic Forces. There was, in their Q&A, someone actually brought up, like, will we ever see Ray or Mighty in, like, a 2D Sonic game like Mania? And Azuka said, maybe something for the future. And
I guess he followed up on his word, I guess, but, you know.
Yeah, they did, and finally Mighty got off his ass. He's
from that
probably
bar.
got a massive bar. Yeah, that bar tab.
His liver is probably extremely damaged.
And... Ray is...
God knows where he's been.
He's been sleeping in a tree. I don't know.
Yeah. He's been sleeping in that same dumpster with Alex Kidd.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, they're playable characters. Question about that. Do you think they're going to have any, like a unique kind of story element to it? Or are they just going to be thrown in? Are they going to have any, like, transitions? Is it going to be different, like, you know how Knuckles has two, like, unique bosses?
His like, a different sort of stages. Story, yeah.
Like, do you think they'll do that, or will it be, like, a shoehorn? Okay, it's these guys in these zones. There you go.
I mean, I'm fine with either. I mean, it'd be really, really cool if they had their own original stories. Like you ever play,
I wish.
You ever played Freedom Planet?
I haven't. I desperately need to, because I've seen that game in action. It feels like I've played it, but it looks so good.
It's the best Sonic game of 2014.
You get.
Yeah, it's really good. And basically, there's characters in there, and they have their own sort of. It goes with the Sonic formula of, like, you know, Sonic would have a different story and Knuckles would have a different story. But like, if they did something like that for Mighty and Ray, I think that would be really, really nice. Like, but again, if they're just, you know, playable characters, that's still fine. We're still playing as characters we haven't seen for well over 20 years in an official Sonic game. So really, you can't really complain. And also, this also brings me up, because when they did the Q&A afterwards, one guy actually asked a really, really interesting question. Are Mighty and Ray going to have super forms?
That's also a good point. And Azuka kind of dodged it, said you'll have to play and see, which is yes.
Yeah.
But like, I agree with you. I don't mind either way. I hope that they have some kind of transitions or like little story elements. The most I think that they will do is just beginning cutscenes where, like, I don't know, Mighty's chilling in Mirage Saloon and he starts in Mirage Saloon Zone and he goes through different other zones.
Yeah, that would be actually really nice if, like, they did it in a different order, so you're not playing the same zones from, like, you do with, like, Sonic, Tails and Knuckles, but, like, you know,
it's like
different orders, you know?
In a weird way, like, don't take it. I don't want to say harshly, but that's the word that's coming to me right now. But you know, episode Metal from Sonic 4, like episode stuff.
Oh yeah,
like,
that thing. Yeah.
Yeah. That you basically did these zones backwards.
Yeah,
right?
you did. So like, you started at I can't even remember what the stage.
The Metropolis zone.
It was pretty much Metropolis zone. Yeah.
Just it is.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, so it was a complete reverse. But yeah, what I would like to see is, say, Mighty is chilling at the bar in Mirage Saloon or something like that. Yeah. He starts in there. I don't know, a Badnik, or hey, you know who would be cool to see again? Just the Egg Robo, or just the one that was chilling out, or
yeah, just
I don't know,
sort of,
a new form of Badnik that's not like the Hyperboard Heavies.
Yeah, exactly.
Like someone else, I don't know.
It's like just sort of something in there, you know, that'd be nice.
Yeah, and it gives a better reasoning of why he would go from Mirage Saloon to Green Hill, because he's chasing this guy who, I don't know, knocked his drink over. I don't know. Something like that.
Speaking of that would actually be really funny if he started off just in a bar, because that'd be almost like if they were just pandering to like, hey, like everyone makes the joke of Mighty being trapped inside a bar, you know. That'd be funny enough in itself.
Like, even if he's just chilling there because, you know, like armadillos live in deserty areas anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, something like that. That would be cool.
I mean,
I can see Ray chilling in Angel Island because there's trees and squirrels there, so that makes sense.
Why wasn't Angel Island the first playable zone in the game? Huh? No, we had to go to Green Hill.
Why wasn't Angel Island in the sky?
That's good. Actually, yeah, that is a good point. Yeah, why is
plot hole. Anyway, so moving on from that, that would be. I don't mind either way. It would be cool.
Actually,
I think they'll only do like a.
If I could say just one more thing about that, Kieran. Sorry. What I think would also be really is like if you know like how you can with when you're playing as Sonic, you can play as either Sonic alone or you play with Sonic and Tails. What would be really cool if they did something like that with Mighty and Ray, like so you could play as either characters on their own or together. That would be really cool, I think. That
would be cool. Yeah. Like, and you've just given me another idea. Like, I doubt they would, but like, imagine if you picked Ray alone. You had his own little story where he's chilling in a tree in Angel Island, or he gets knocked down from a tree or something.
Yeah.
And that's his own unique thing. And like I said, with Mighty, he's in the bar or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you decide to have them together, then it's something unique, like an intro like that. I doubt it. But also, again, I don't mind. So
I'm happy with whatever they do. Really, it's just going to be so cool to play as just two characters who. I mean, they've not been forgotten, but they've kind of become just jokes because of how little they've been used.
Exactly, yeah. Anyway, moving on from their wondrous return, let's talk about the...
What else?
Well, this is one thing I missed. They talked about 4-player competitive mode and something called Encore mode.
Four-player Encore mode is probably the thing I'm the most interested in, because I want to know if it's going to have new levels in there.
Honestly, I doubt it. For me, I think it's going to be underwhelming. I just think it is. Like, I think either it's going to be a boss rush, or it's a time attack of the entire game, or something like that. I don't know. 4-player competitive mode is just going to be the multiplayer, but with 4 characters, which is fair enough.
I mean, like, if they're doing that, I mean, if you were playing it on the Switch, then, I mean, like, I suppose you could have, like, separate screens or whatever, but if you're playing on, like, I don't know, PS4 or Xbox One, then that's going to be very crouched down. It's like when you play Mario Kart or whatever, you have to share the screen with, like, 4 people.
It's a quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit, but I suppose people will get used to it. But, yes, that's also something I missed. But yeah.
What else was there about Mania Plus?
Well, there's a bunch of other things. Like, first off, they said it's going to be the physical release, and Izuka joked that it's going to be December 2018. I was like, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
And then he's like, just joking, summer. I was like, oh.
I genuinely believed that was the case myself. I thought, oh well, all right.
Same.
But, you know...
Well, and either way, I wouldn't mind.
No.
because maybe it would give them the chance to do those intros for Mighty. I don't know. We'll talk about the price in a minute, but there's going to be deluxe packaging for it. There's the holographic slipcover. I'm curious to see what that is.
Yeah.
And one thing I think is really, really cool, the reversible Genesis Mega Drive sleeve.
Yeah, that is really cool. How like they're showing that like, hey, we know about you British Sonic fans. We know it's called the Mega Drive over there, so it's gonna say Mega Drive.
European.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no. Yeah. I was like, yes, thanks, Aaron.
Yeah. I bet that was Aaron's decision as well. I bet they were just gonna be like, we're just gonna have Genesis, but it's like, yeah, but what about the European Sonic fans? And it's like, yeah, all right, you know.
You know what I like to think is you know those PlayStation employees when when Crash Insane Trilogy came out and they got Crash Insane in the PS1 case.
I think so.
Yeah, it's like
that sounds really.
I'm sure
cool,
I'll be flashing some things on screen and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that like I can only imagine like it's kind of a reference to that or something. But either way, it's really cool, and that's the first thing I'm going to be doing when I get the game. I'm going to flip that sleeve over because I love the Genesis. I call it Genesis because it sounds cooler than Mega Drive.
I like both names, but yeah, Genesis does have that sort of like, hey, you know, to it.
Yeah, and also the one thing as an art buff that I need to get back into, mind you, the 32 pages of Sonic Mania art books,
which is also really cool.
Yeah, which is awesome, and I'm really looking forward to that.
Because like you can just see there's like little previews for it. Some of it just looks really nice, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely. And just from like we were going off about the art of Mighty and Ray earlier, like if we're going off on that about Ray, imagine us nerds about 32 pages. That's cool.
Hey, 32 pages, 32 bits.
Yeah, no, but I'm really looking forward to that. One thing I'm kind of bummed about, but I not hugely. We didn't get like a Sonic Mania soundtrack with it. I would have loved that, but I'm cool with it either way.
That is cool. I mean, I suppose really because you can listen to the soundtrack in the actual game itself. That's probably why.
Yeah.
But like again, I if there was a Sonic Mania CD, I'd buy that in a heartbeat.
I know they have it on vinyl, and I'm desperately looking for it because I'm a vinyl nerd
really
as well.
Cool. I mean, I don't even have a record player, but like you just want it just for collection, you know.
Yeah, and sometimes the packaging is really cool. Okay, but for the last thing to do with Sonic Mania Plus is the price. It's a very niche price, and like I was shocked at it. And Aaron Weber was like, "Yeah, I'm surprised it is this price." It's $29.99 US. Let me just do some math here, unless you've already done it.
It's alright. Yeah, I've already done it. I looked it up. That's only about I think like £21 in UK currency. So
that's
it's only
really
going to cost us about that. So, fuck yeah, you know, I mean.
Like I have a funny suspicion it might be a little bit more like 25, but even so, like I don't mind that.
No,
like, even if it was £29.99, like 30 quid, I would not mind.
Considering what you get, you get the game,
exactly.
You get the reversible sleeve, the cover, the art book, a 32-page art book for that price.
I was planning on double dipping anyway for Mania, like I wanted to get on the Switch.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get on the Switch. I'm going to get the Switch version of Mania Plus, and I could not be more excited. So that was like and well done to Sega for bringing this out of the gate. So well done to them on that. And can I just say, like, they handled this panel really well.
It was a really good panel from beginning to end. It was a lot of fun. It's like Aaron wasn't kidding when he said at the start he was like, "We hate boring panels," and you can show because they were constantly entertaining throughout the whole thing.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on. It's more Mania stuff, and oh man, I am so happy about this.
I
Sonic
did not
Mania
expect
Adventures.
This at all. This was...
they were teasing about it like during the panel, and when they said it, like no way, like they're doing this, and we are getting 5 short animation, a 5-episode short animation series. Called Sonic Mania Adventures, and it takes place literally. I was quite surprised to hear it's a sequel from Forces.
Yeah, so Sonic Mania is a prequel to Forces, which Sonic Forces is a sequel to Mania, and now Sonic Mania Adventures is a sequel to Sonic Forces.
Yeah, so like I am all for that. I was surprised. I thought it was just going to be about Sonic in the Mania world.
Yeah. Because it takes place, you're not kidding, it's right after. Sonic's in the same pose he is when he leaves at the end of 4th.
Yeah, people have already been doing, the comparisons of him in the future and past and stuff, or different dimensions, whatever.
They're the same Sonic. So I don't care what anybody says, they're the same Sonic.
No, we'll get to the Q&A later.
Now I'm talking about modern and classic Sonic. They're the same Sonic to me.
Well, they are. Anyway, so we're getting 5 short... when they say short, I'm not sure how long.
I reckon they'll probably be around maybe 5 to maybe 10 minutes, probably.
Yeah, the maximum I want it to be is 15 minutes. I'm not expecting a massive amount. I was thinking 6 to 7 or something like that.
Yeah, 15 would be nice, but if they're pushing one of these out every month, that might be a bit difficult.
Yeah, I know if you know anything about animation, it's a very long, tedious process. Yeah. But that little preview we got, man, I just want more right now.
So
it was so and exactly what they said during the panel. You know how you guys loved the intro animation and outro to Sonic Mania? It was we all loved it. Don't you just wish there was some more of that? It's give me more.
And they're just
yes. Yeah. And they went into detail about how they kind of want to combine some aspects of different animation. What was the guy's name? You said it earlier.
Tyson Hess.
He was, Hess. That's the one.
I thought it was Hess, but they say it's Hess. So yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was Hess. Yeah, but he basically said how he took a massive inspiration from the intro of Sonic CD, and me being having CD as my favorite 2D Sonic game. Yeah, I know. Crucify me. I don't care.
Actually, I don't think many people would. Usually, a lot of people agree with that statement.
Good. They should. I love the animation. And having episode shorts like this, I'm happy to see that.
Absolutely. I made a post today on Twitter. I just said Sonic Mania Adventures will now be the best Sonic cartoon. Changing my mind.
Yeah, even if it's even if it is say it was 5 minutes for 5 short episodes, that's not very long at all. That's 25 minutes altogether. So I'm sure that's fine.
Yeah.
But
I mean, they're being released for free on. That's another thing that's great as well. They're being released for free online
on YouTube
for anybody to watch. So I mean, that is cool enough in itself. But I'm sure people will be downloading the videos and then putting it all together to mash it up into an actual well, that happens. So people just
and I'll be looking forward to that.
Because that's another thing with these shorts as well. I think they take place one after another. I think the shorts.
Yeah, and I love the. I think it was after they showed the preview or before the preview or something like that, where they said how they showed off the little expression sheets of the different characters.
Oh yeah, people have already made memes of Tails doing his sort of smug look face, and
yeah, I love that face.
It's amazing.
It gave Tails credit again.
Yeah.
No, but I was just really happy to see that. I loved the Eggman one. The Eggman one was my favorite.
Yeah.
It's just good to see him as being an evil, diabolical genius, but also a goofball.
Yeah.
Because that's what Eggman is and always was.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see him. This is the Sonic that I always wanted in my head.
Yeah.
For an animation, and they're doing it, so I'm happy about that.
Exactly.
And of course, the one thing I really, really, really wanted, T-Lopes, my man, he's composing music.
That remix of Angel Island, only the first bit of it, but that was still just brilliant.
Mwah, beautiful. I love it. So, they said that episode 1's going to be out in the next 30 days from there, so we'll see it around then. We'll see. Obviously, people are going to review it and tear it to shreds, because that's what Sonic fans do.
IGN will probably find something to complain about.
No, yeah, they will. Sonic was never good. Alright, so that's everything to do with Sonic Mania.
I think,
really.
I think it is. What else?
Yeah.
What else is there? Actually, moving on from that though.
From what I've seen on this little list here, I must have blanked it out. But Sonic Forces Speed Battle.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I've never played Sonic Forces Speed Battle.
Nor have I. The only thing that, like, isn't that like the constantly running thing?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's made by the same people who did Sonic Dash, so it's just
like,
Sonic Dash.
I played Dash for a little bit
with Sonic Forces levels, I guess.
Yeah, alright. It's a thing. I doubt anyone's really gonna care about it.
I mean, it must be kind of popular because they said it's got like 12 million downloads, so, you know.
Yeah, it says 12 million downloads. To be fair, most of that is probably kids, which is fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, it's a free-to-play app, so I suppose, you know, yeah.
It's something for on the shitter if you really want to.
Yeah. Now, if you want to play without ads, well, then you got to give the $1.99.
Yeah, you do. Okay, so that's about it. I don't really have much to say on that because I'm not really into the mobile gaming scene.
I've kind of moved on from it as well. But one thing I will say that I was actually kind of surprised they didn't really go more into, because everyone thought like that would be one of the main features of the panel was the movie, the upcoming Sonic movie.
They referenced it, but like
they've given us a release. It's coming out November 2019.
Yeah. That's about as right as I thought it was going to be. I know it's going to be a combination of CGI and live action.
Which, if you've ever seen the likes of Alvin and the Chipmunks or the Smurfs, that's not a good thing.
Or the Eddie LeBron Sonic movie.
Yeah. Oh wow, that was.
I remember being excited for that at one point.
I mean, fair enough to the guy for, you know, getting his dream out and making a movie, but Jesus, that design of Sonic alone is enough to just make you go, what, really?
And not only that, but like the amount of people that were saying, oh, Eggman, he looks.
Oh, Eggman's
like
design in that thing is just fucking hilarious.
The cape doesn't work. Don't bother with it.
It's just.
He's not fat either, but the guy who gave the performance, like, props to him. He was doing his damnedest for it.
Yeah.
But again, yeah, it was just a who's who of the internet. Like, Nostalgia Critic was there, AVGN was there.
Yeah, props to the guy again as well, because like he managed to get them on board, which, you know, fair enough. But it's not a good. It's not really that good. I watched it again recently, and plus also props again. He actually got Jaleel White to reprise his role as Sonic, but he sounds nothing like he did back in the 90s.
Yeah. Yeah. So much for that then. I suppose, again, we'll see when we see it.
Yeah.
But moving on, the one thing I'm sure you're very interested in, the IDW Sonic comic stuff.
Yes.
They revealed the cover for issue 1 coloured.
That which looked very, very nice. So now we know what it's like with Tyson Hester's
nice.
modern Sonic stuff, so that's very nice.
Yeah, it's actually piqued my interest into the whole comic stuff, because I never really jumped into the comics because obviously I was quite late on it. So this whole reprisal, doing the whole, like, the Archie comics, that whole debacle, like, I'm glad that kind of happened, because now I can get into the comics from a starting point. It's now official, so I can do that now.
Yeah, it was.
So I'm into it.
It was the same kind of deal with me. Like when it came to like sort of with the Archie comic stuff. Well, when it first came to that sort of, I got first introduced to, you know, that sort of continuing sort of world, like expanding sort of other worlds sort of Sonic thing, thanks to the SATM show, which is probably it used to be my favorite, but like, let's be honest here, Sonic Mania Adventures is gonna be the best. But it's actually a really good cartoon. But obviously that's when I got introduced to other characters in it, you know, like use Sally Acorn,
the Freedom Fighters
stuff, yeah. Which honestly, a part of me actually really does hope that they maybe come back in the IDW comics.
A lot of people were kind of talking about it, and some people, like, they didn't officially say anything. So
I mean, because there's
you hate them.
People clearly want them to come back because there's online petitions for them to come back, and I'm just like, okay, all right.
Although there is that new character, what's her name? Tangle. I love her design.
Yeah, so do I.
I love her design. Like, I want her to be in the main Sonic game. She looks really cool, and because a lot of Sonic designs and different Sonic characters, they do look like their own OC, the hedgehogs and stuff they've thrown in. It does kind of look like that at times. Like, come on, you can't tell me like the characters from Sonic Underground don't look so like, this is just a fan character.
Exactly, it's like they're just Sonic, but one's a girl in pink and the other's Sonic but green, you know?
Yeah, but like with the resurgence of all these different characters coming back, like Ray, Mighty, and whatnot, a new species. We've never had like a lemur.
Yeah,
before.
that's it. She's a lemur, isn't she? Yeah.
So I'm curious to see where she fits into all the things.
As am I, absolutely. But like,
yeah,
I am really very, very excited for this comic. I've already pre-ordered the first issue from the comic shop we go to, Keiran.
Yeah, it's a special comics bundle. They're releasing a special comics bundle with like all 4 of them. So it's a pre-order date from the 1st of May for $40.
Yeah.
They
also stated that those first 4 issues are going to come out like every week. So that's going to be 1 Sonic issue to look forward to every week. So that's awesome.
Yeah, but I hope they've had enough time to like prepare, because nothing's worse than like drawing quality going down. Like I'll bring up Dragon Ball Super. Everyone knows like the beginning of those episodes they looked terrible because they didn't have the time. So they were focusing on other stuff at that moment. But obviously the animation's improved.
Yeah.
But like I'm just worried like timing constraints for artists and comics and animators. It's a really bad thing because you can see the quality go down in the art itself. So I'm hoping everything's okay.
Yeah, there is nothing worse than like when you get, because speaking as an artist myself, there is nothing worse than when you have to rush your work, to get it out on time or for deadlines.
Yeah.
But I think that was probably some of the problems with the original Archie comics, because if you go back and you see some of the artwork during the Ken Penders era and stuff, it's like, Jesus.
Yeah. Definitely.
It's bad. But this comic, they've got Tyson Hess doing some of the artwork, which is obviously amazing, and
they've got Ian Flynn back, which
he is the best Sonic writer to write anything official for Sonic ever. Please, Sega, get to write the games.
Yeah. But yeah, going on from that, there's an exclusive variant cover for issue 4. If you get the pre-order, I think, and you also get an exclusive bundle only with a T-shirt and whatnot. So that's pretty cool. So comic fans are certainly going to be interested, and I'm probably going to start there with the Sonic comics.
Absolutely, mate. Honestly, even with the Archie comics, they actually got really good themselves. Like later on, even towards sort of the end, because obviously Ian Flynn was right. Ian Flynn, he's been writing Sonic comics for well over 10 years at this point. So so he's clearly got these.
He knows what he's doing. Yeah. But yeah, let's go on to the other things now. Let's move on from the comics. They do look really cool, and I'm gonna hop on. So one thing that everybody didn't really see coming, the Sega and Puma teaming up to make a shoe.
Yeah, that honestly, I saw that and I thought to myself, what is that something new for Mania as well now or something?
No, I knew it was going to be like a real life thing that you would purchase. I could tell from the little spot that they gave.
So I thought I thought they were going to pull a Sonic Adventure 2 and have just the BM him wear these shoes for the game because of a deal or something.
Yeah. And for some reason they pixelated it, even though you can basically tell exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a shoe.
It's a shoe.
They're very limited, but yeah. So that's all we know.
Didn't they say it was going to be limited quantities though?
Yeah, I just said that.
Oh, did you? Okay. Sorry.
So get in line as soon as, really.
Yeah, but obviously for us, we probably won't be getting it anytime soon in the UK. So eBay is probably our best bet.
If we want to spend like 300, but
depends if the shoes look cool or not. Even if I bought them, I probably wouldn't even wear them.
Yeah. Let's go into Q&A a little bit.
Yes, the Q&A.
That was kind of funny because from Q&As in the past, there's been a lot of bad stuff, like not very good questions, or like, are you gonna make this game? Are you gonna make this game? Can you please make this game?
It's
like kind of bad stuff.
It's like, guys, it's like, why don't people just sort of realize, it's like if someone would go, it's like, are you making Sonic Adventure 3? It's like, do you really think if they were, they'd be able to just tell a random person that?
Exactly. Yeah, they wouldn't have the green light on.
No, exactly. It's like,
like as people start to line up, Aaron Weber was basically saying, "Don't ask that because it will be a waste of a question."
They'd already made the Adventure 3 jokes in advance anyway.
Yeah, but and I've got to say, like in the previous, like last year's South by Southwest, they had some of. I'm gonna bring up the kids. They had a lot of like everyone brings up like the kid, like they're driving me freaking insane, that kid, whatever.
Sammy, classic Sonic fan.
Yeah, that's the one. Everyone brings him up, and it was kind of like you felt that energy like there.
Yeah.
Somewhat cringe-inducing. Like
you see these kids who it's like Sonic fans can come from any age and stuff, but it's like if you ever had just a kid who was like, oh, I'm a huge Sonic fan, I've been a fan since Sonic Forces, it's like, well, let me tell you something, Sonny.
Yeah, that's just kind of everyone. Everyone's got a bit of an elitist to them.
Yeah.
But like I'm talking about the questions themselves. Like for last year, it was a bit no.
Yeah,
but this year,
I don't think I watched the Q&A. I think I fell asleep before that. But yeah.
Yeah, Sonic forces you to go to sleep.
Well, yeah, it did actually.
But this year, like, wow, all the questions were actually really good.
The kids every time asked I heard, better questions than the adults did, and that really surprised me.
Like that kid that asked Izuka about why the PC ports had different music, was it because of the whole Michael Jackson thing? I was like, wow, dude, this kid is my favorite person ever.
It's like
now.
This.
I want to meet him and shake his hand.
It's like he
and then they slid
about 11
by,
years old or something.
And he knew, but like he basically just said, "Is it about the Michael Jackson thing?" They said it to Izuka's face, and it was just like, I love this kid. I want to shake his hand and tell him well done. And then they dodged the question very badly.
I bet it's because Izuka just probably didn't really have an answer for it.
Well, only because they can never confirm that it was Michael, even though they kind of already have.
I think they have confirmed that it was Michael Jackson that helped out.
Yeah, but not hugely though.
No.
It was kind of like one of the executives said, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Nothing like by Sega themselves though.
No.
But a lot of questions were pretty cool, like asking about the super forms for Ray and Mighty.
There was that one kid who said like he only looked about 11, but he said his first game was Sonic Riders for the GameCube, and I just thought, oh, your first console was a GameCube?
Yeah, well, it was that, and like I think this kid was 11 or he was 8, and he said his first Sonic game was Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I was like, yes kid, you get on, you kid, well done.
That is the perfect game to start with, it's like
it's a great place to start, and just so you know, we're not bashing anyone who started with colours, because there was a kid that did start with colours. Like, however you got into the Hedgehog, sure, that's up to you. Like, there's a reason why Heroes is one of my favourites, because there is a bit of nostalgia there, because that was my first Sonic.
Yeah, it's like even with me, like I didn't properly become a Sonic fan until like maybe Sonic Unleashed, maybe. So like there've been people who've been fans of this franchise much longer than I have, but just Sonic fans can come from anything, really.
Yeah. But yeah, like, they were all asking great questions, except for that jackass who kind of asked 2 questions. Like, I always hate that with Q&As when they ask, like, more than one question.
Yeah, it's like kind of okay, so we've only got a limited time, so just, keep the question short. It's like, okay, yeah. I have 2 questions. Although,
like, he did kind of play it off well, maybe. He asked a proper question.
Yeah.
Where they didn't I think it was the question about 3 teams for different play styles, 1 for the Sonic Mania team, 1 for boost games, and 1 for adventure style. Like, yeah, I'd be up for that.
Yeah, definitely. I can't remember what Izuka said to that.
I think they said, yeah, well, they've kind of implemented that with the Mania and boost games. They haven't done anything with like adventure or anything like that. And then his second question, where's Big the Cat? And everyone cheered.
He's going to be in Sonic Schoolhouse 2 coming out 2050.
Yes, please. But yeah, that was some of the Q&A. Like, did you think there was any other notable people from the Q&A?
I mean, there was that one girl who, like... I mean, at first I thought to myself, like, oh, don't self-promote yourself. But then they were like...
yeah, it's like the plug-in.
Yeah.
Yeah, like... I was kind of like, oh no, you can't. They even say shameless plug, but then they were like, oh, they kind of shine through in the way that because with some shameless bugs, they're like, oh, like me because I'm awesome.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing this with this character. No, they kind of shared it about with. They said, "It's cool. Is it cool if we shameless plug because we love this character and we want to support this character and we want more people to come to it and grow more from there."
Yeah, which I was more fine with. I would have, because if they were just like, "Oh yeah, we do this thing. It has nothing to do with Sonic, but we're just self-promoting ourselves," I would have been like.
Even if it was for Sonic, like, we made our own Sonic comic, everyone else should read it.
It's
like that would bash like the IDW guys, but they didn't do that, so it was like an art meetup, which that's cool. And then Sega have always been really good, especially Aaron Webber. He's been really good about they've supported.
Aaron Webber is the
game
voice
designers.
of the fans, I think. He is the. I mean, I think it's instead that he pretty much, because they have stated that, hey, we watch videos from like Some Call Me Johnny and everything like that, and we take what they say into account,
Yeah, like that. What is it? Have you seen that Sonic Utopia game?
Yes. As soon as I get a PC, I want to play that game.
I think like Aaron Webber said how he loves the idea of it or something like that. I'm not sure.
I'd love a 3D Sonic game done like that.
Yeah, well, they do look into those kinds of fan games and stuff like that. Like, for God's sake, they said they stole Christian Whitehead from like whatnot and
from like making Sonic 3 for the phone.
Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't mind if he made like another Sonic Mania 2 or to something. I wouldn't mind that. But like, even so, I had a train of thought. Where was I going with this?
Something about like just sort of fan games.
Oh yeah, they've always been supportive of fans and what they do, and like even if they can't officially promote it, they will say, yeah, go for it, do what you need to.
Yeah, so it's like that shows that they're doing something better than Nintendo, who if they don't like a fan game, they just take it down.
Yeah, like even if the game doesn't make any money, they always put a cease and desist. Like,
exactly, it's just like they're not doing it to make money off your IP, they're doing it just because they love the character or your franchise,
Exactly. Nintendo don't really get that, at least not yet.
Which is why you have to sign a creators
Sonic
program thing to earn money from those videos.
Yeah. Also, a shout out to that guy who asked about Billy Hatcher.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. I think that's about it for the Q&A for notable stuff. Unless you want to bring anything up.
No, I think that's about it. If I was there though, I would have probably asked a stupid question. I probably would have just asked, "Where's Sonic X Season 4?"
Yeah, no. I was thinking about it to myself, like the two questions. Well, I'd try and ask two questions. The first one will be a quick one, like about is the reason why Oil Ocean goes up in flames with the flame shield because of Sonic? Some Call Me Johnny. I would have asked that.
That would have been cool.
Like, and in the future, would you ever do a adventure-styled game? And when I mean adventure-styled, I don't mean Adventure 3 or anything like that, but a game with the adventure
that plays like
physics.
The adventure games, but is something new.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no. Yeah, in all seriousness, I probably would have asked something like that as well, just like if we would ever see this kind of formula done again, really.
Yeah.
Or would we ever see classic Sonic in 3D?
We already have. Anyway, yeah, let's move on to the last thing that they did, where obviously they played it off. I thought it was going to be something big, like an Adventure 1 remake. Yes,
oh,
please.
yeah, I kind of got excited by that as well. Yeah, for those of you who are unaware, me and Keiran, we had a group chat going at the same time, and just I could see his excitement and like, oh, what's this? And then as soon as we both saw, well, basically what was there, we were kind of like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
You go through it first. Tell them what it was.
Well, for the very last thing, they started teasing. Well, I thought it was going to be something big, and then they had cars revving. I was like, oh, it's a racing game. Blah.
Yeah.
My excitement kind of grew a little bit because I thought they were going to show the title of it completely, but they only showed the R, which is quite interesting.
But the R is the same font as Sonic R.
And honestly, I'm okay with that because I really like Sonic R. That's my favorite Sonic racer.
I really like Sonic R as well. It's like it's easy. You could 100% it in without like an hour, but it's still fun.
Like the only reason that Sonic R is my favorite Sonic racer is because it's Sonic racing how he usually would on his feet.
Yeah, it's like again,
so, that's why I don't.
The Sonic Shaw puts
yes,
it best. Why the hell am I in a car?
And that's why Sonic Drift sucks.
Pretty much, yeah.
No, but like, I've played the Transformed games and the All-Star Racing games. They are fun. I will admit, they are fun. But again, it doesn't make sense because if Sonic and Shadow got out of their vehicles, they'd be the only ones having a competition. You know,
well, the same sort of thing applies with like the Olympic Games and stuff like that. It's like, why the hell would Sonic lose in a racing match? You know?
Yeah. And I suppose it's to make it fair on everybody else, because Eggman would never win, except yes he would. Do you not see him running at the end of each game?
Eggman is faster than Sonic.
But, yeah, so anyway, I'm looking at the teaser, and you know that thing where you look at a TV screen or a laptop screen, and you go higher than the screen, it kind of increases the brightness and you can see it. It's like, it looks like it says Sonic Racer from what I can see of the... It's a very darkened, dark contrast of the logo. It's just the R is showing. But it does look like it says Racer. I'm not sure if it's an All-Stars game or whatnot, but...
I think, towards the end, to the right-hand side of the logo, that last bit almost looks like the end of a G. I don't know.
So maybe Sonic Racing.
Yeah.
Sonic All Stars. I don't know, racing. Sonic and Sega Racing.
It could be something like that, but just.
Or hell, do you know what would be cool if Sonic and Mario finally duke it out in karts? That would be interesting.
That would be cool. I think they've stated they don't want to have Sonic in a Mario do a racing game. That's why Sonic wasn't DLC in Mario Kart 8. But it'd still be cool just to see him do something.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see. But that's about it for South by Southwest for 2018 for Sonic.
I think it is, yeah.
Overall, it was done very, very well. The big thing is obviously Mania Plus. I'm gonna get that day one if I can.
Absolutely. Well, as soon as the pre-orders go live for that, I'm gonna go and pre-order that. I probably won't even play that version because, like I've said, me and Keiran both own Mania, so we'll probably just get the DLC for it. But I like to buy the physical Sonic games just for the collection, you know.
I'm probably gonna get it for the Switch, and I'm gonna play on the Switch a lot because again, it's portable. And honestly, the furthest I usually take my Switch is I take it out of the where my Switch is. I usually play it on the TV, and if I'm gonna take it anywhere, I'm gonna take it out and I'm gonna lie down on my bed.
Yeah, that is right with me TV. As well. But.
Because sometimes you don't want a big TV screen, because sometimes it's louder.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to take my Switch to work. I don't want someone to steal it.
Exactly, yeah. So, yeah, that's about it for South by Southwest. I'm not going to lie, it was very good. I expected a little more, but that's just me.
But these kind of panels and this kind of love that is shown for this franchise it's hard to sometimes, but it does make me proud to be a Sonic fan.
Yeah, when it's a rare occasion of it's a good time, because you can tell they handled it better. They didn't have a really shit game about I'm only learning now that Sonic Forces Speed Battle was there. I didn't even notice that. So they definitely know their fans. They know Forces wasn't really well received. They know that. So obviously they're going to be doing something for the future. This racing game's going to be I suppose a savory a starter for a next big game.
Whether or not it'll be made by Sonic Team themselves is another thing, but yeah,
I hope so, because if you look at the development team for Forces, there was only a couple of programmers and a few execs.
I think most of the people who were on Forces were brand new as well, so yeah, that's
exactly that's probably why it was so bad. Hopefully for the future that changes, but I suppose we have to wait for E3 if they show anything there.
Yeah, exactly, it's just
doubt it, but
I mean, again, like I said, it's just, it's hard to be proud of the Sonic franchise a lot of the time, Whether it be you get a mediocre game, which you know could be a whole lot better, but when you get something like this that just shows, hey, we do like this franchise and we care about our fans, it makes me happy, you know?
Yeah, because this is the whole reason I was a fan of Sonic anyway, and they are really shining through, so I'm proud of them for that.
Exactly, it's like, that's not often you could say that about, like, I don't know, Sonic Team and Sega.
Exactly, yeah, but they pulled it off.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it for this little podcasty thing.
It was good. Did you want to move on to our second thing we wanted to talk about?
I think we're going to do that for another video.
That's a good. Yeah,
if it's two things in one, it'll be
probably be a bit longer on it.
Chunk and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, plus people might not want to have a timestamp of like, oh, we're going to talk about this then.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
You guys will see what that is later. So yeah. We'll end this video. I hope you guys enjoyed like our impressions and what we liked about it and what we hope for the future of it.
Yeah, we need to talk for a whole hour straight about it.
Yeah, hey, that just shows we're good, passionate Sonic fans.
Exactly. At the end of the day, we're not haters. We love this franchise and we want it to be the best it can be because we know that if they tried, they can.
Exactly, they can. Yeah. All right. Well, we will see you all guys next time.